The period between the ages of 20 and 40 can make or destroy you financially. Make the right choices, and you'll be set for life. Make the wrong ones, and you'll be paying for them for the rest of your life. When it comes to spending, enjoying life, or making money, the 20s are the years to make the most of. However, this is also the time when most people do not recognize the significance or worth of time. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today we are going to talk about the top 10 financial mistakes to avoid in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Number 10. Not making budgets. This is the most prevalent blunder, and it's one of the reasons why so many people live paycheck to paycheck. A budget is the most critical aspect of financial planning. Without one, you'll never know how much you'll spend. It's nearly impossible to stay ahead of your financial goals if you don't know how much money comes in and goes out each month and where it goes. There are numerous applications available to assist you in budgeting your expenses. These functionalities are also available in several traditional and mobile banks' mobile applications. Financial budgets can be created using a spreadsheet or a pen and notebook. This will assist you in reducing unneeded spending. Number 9. Impulse buying. Impulse purchasing is one of the most typical financial blunders. This occurs when you make purchases without planning or budgeting. Planning and budgeting, which help you make wise decisions that match your financial goals, are the polar opposites of impulse spending. Whether it's splurging on new clothes and shoes during sales or purchasing inexpensive fine jewelry at the mall, buying stuff on impulse can eat into your financial plans, especially if you're on a tight budget. Even though the item appears to be a good buy, it may end up costing you more than you anticipated, resulting in buyer's remorse. According to existing research, the majority of impulse consumers later regret their purchases. Number 8. Going into debt for luxury items. In the excitement of the moment, overcharging your credit card to acquire a cutting-edge television may seem like a brilliant idea. When you're viewing your favorite shows in high definition on a massive screen, you'll feel justified in your purchase. However, if the bill arrives and you are unable to pay it, you may come to regret getting into debt for a non-essential item. Avoid making spontaneous purchases of luxury or high-priced things. A better strategy is to save enough over time so that you can buy the item without going into debt or blowing your budget. Luxury things are just that, luxuries, an expensive splurge that should only be considered if you have the extra funds to pay for them in full. Number 7. Not having health insurance. Everyone should go to the doctor on occasion. Adequate health insurance can help you afford yearly exams, emergency treatment, hospitalizations, and prescriptions. If your or your spouse's job provides healthcare coverage, consider enrolling to take advantage of the numerous benefits that health insurance can provide. While it may appear that you will be healthy for the foreseeable future when you are young, you still require health insurance to protect yourself in the event of the unexpected. If you don't have health insurance, a simple accident that necessitates surgery might cost you thousands of dollars out of pocket. Medical expenditures and debt can have a significant impact on your budget and capacity to achieve your long-term goals. Number 6. Starting a family without a financial plan. Having a baby or adopting a child incurs several expenses, ranging from healthcare and insurance to diapers, toys, books, food, and clothing. According to a Brookings Institution estimate, a married middle-income couple with 2 children would spend $310,605 to raise their younger child born in 2015 until the age of 17. The Wall Street Journal computed the annual cost per child for a middle-class, 2-parent household in 2022 dollars based on the Brookings Institution estimate. In fact, not every family falls into a statistical category. Costs vary according to geography, state, and income. When you and your spouse decide to become parents, you must have a financial plan in place. Number 5. Marrying the wrong person. Marrying someone isn't a financial transaction, but it might be a costly one. Unfortunately, far too many marriages fail, and divorce is not cheap. It has the potential to devastate your financial foundation and delay your financial ambitions for years, if not decades. While you may have thought you were investing for retirement as a couple, divorce would most certainly split your assets in half, putting you behind the curve. Things might get considerably messier if you have children. Most people enter marriage with good intentions, but many do not enter marriage with their eyes wide open. Before you marry, make certain that you and your partner have had all of the necessary conversations. Number 4. No savings plan. The truth is that achieving financial independence begins with saving more than you earn or spend. Whether for an emergency fund or to cover future expenditures or expenses, if you don't have various savings accounts, it may be difficult to avoid living paycheck to paycheck or even going back to square one. Furthermore, it is simple to spend all of your earnings on bills and expenses, leaving no extra savings for the future. You can, however, set up automated transfers from your main account to your savings account every payday. That way, you won't have to bear the brunt of having to reduce your costs later. Furthermore, you will receive additional interest on your saved sum over time. Number 3. Not tracking your expenses. Budgeting is only half the battle. Even if you create the best budget in the world, it will be pointless if you do not track your expenses. That is why it is critical to log all of your costs for several months before constructing a budget. You'll be able to see precisely how much you're spending on groceries, bills, clothing, meals, and so on, and you'll be able to budget properly. It will be simple to construct a realistic budget after tracking your expenses for a few months. This will assist you in staying on top of your payments, reducing wasteful purchases, and increasing your savings. Apps that help you track your costs, like budgeting apps, can be found on mobile play stores or the internet. Number 2. Frequent loans borrowing. Borrowing a little bit here and there is normal. However, if you are addicted to debt, it can produce problems in the future. Borrowing should be done sparingly, whether from friends, family, banks, or loan firms. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of borrowing money every time you need money for an expense or an emergency. However, it gradually adds up to a significant debt. Borrowing tends to increase the cost of living. You must pay interest, which accumulates over time, making you less financially secure. When you're not paying off debt at the same time, it's easier to achieve your financial and life goals. Number 1. Not creating an emergency fund. Your liabilities, such as housing bills, loan EMIs, children's school tuition, and so on, are significantly bigger in your 30s than they were in your 20s. That is why it is critical that you create an emergency fund in order to prevent the money mistake of not having a financial plan in place for unexpected situations, such as job loss, unexpected spending for housing repairs, and so on. Having an emergency fund in place will save you from having to borrow heavily or deplete your savings to handle unexpected bills. To be safe, your emergency fund should be large enough to cover expenses for 9 to 12 months. This may appear to be a substantial sum to set aside, so you can begin with a lower sum, such as 3 to 6 months costs, and gradually increase it. That's a wrap on the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.